Bang, bang. Works a lot better when you have the microphone on. Dumbass. Duff the dumbass. So anyways, what I was saying was, yesterday, hi Elsa. Yesterday, Cindy and I spent all morning working on trimming these cabbage palm trees. What the hell was that? I just heard something reverberating in the garage. Let's see what that was. Okay, that noise, I don't know how clearly it came across the mic, was the sound of a garage door spring breaking. I've had it happen once before, so I'm kind of familiar with it. So I guess I need to be getting that taken care of. Hopefully they work on Veterans Day. I believe I can get the garage door open without the spring, but it is quite heavy and requires maximum effort. So yeah, something else to worry about later. So here we go. On the 16X. You might have assumed that, but yes, on the 16X. I'd like to take a moment to interrupt this video to show some footage of the chickens eating melon. Something I promised to, I believe he's a subscriber on my channel, Dan, I believe. He's been asking for this for a long time, so Dan, here you go. All right, I keep promising to show chickens eating watermelon. Today is the day we're finally showing it. Right, Katie? Yeah, is it good? Is it good? Good stuff? Georgie's eating some. There's Ginger. Hi, Ginger. There is Cupcake, who is molting. You can tell by the way her feathers are all crappy looking. But yes, chickens do love watermelon. This watermelon is actually from our garden. You coming for some more, Kathy? Good girl. And next I'll probably bring them some lettuce from the garden as well. Here you see I have a handful of greens from the garden. Some collard greens, some romaine lettuce, some cabbage, broccoli leaves, and kale. And yep, they love this too. Especially Kathy, right? So I love kale, yum. I love it. And welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the chicken footage. So after I got the 16X last week and did my ride video, I went out, I actually deflated the tire and slimed it, to protect me from most minor punctures. And then I reinflated it to about 30 pounds, 31 pounds, because you might recall me saying during my ride last week that it felt like there was a little bit too much air in it. Felt a little bit too bouncy. And I remember when I had the 16X demo, that's about what I inflated it to. I thought it was around 30 pounds or so after I replaced the inner tube on that wheel. So I was very surprised when I took it out for a test ride after doing that, after putting the slime in and inflating the wheel to about 30 pounds of pressure, that I had horrible wobbling problems. As soon as I got above 20 miles an hour, it was wobbling like crazy. I didn't put that in the video, but yeah, I'm like, oh, damn, what the hell? What's going on? Very strange. So I messaged Josh, the guy I bought the wheel from, who lives in Colorado, I think in the Denver area, so he's at elevation. I said, so what pressure were you running the wheel at? Because I got really bad wobbles running at around 30. And he told me that he was running around 24 PSI. And which is interesting because when I first took it out, prior to me adjusting it, I never checked the pressure. So it was already probably at a lower PSI, and when you adjust for altitude, 24 PSI in Colorado equates to higher PSI in Florida, which is at 10 degrees above sea level, or 10 feet above sea level, not very far. So anyways, make a long story short, I deflated the tire to about 24 PSI, and now it feels much better. But yeah, and I did confirm that this is the CX tire. So it definitely does not like being at a high PSI. Definitely not. And I prefer it lower anyway, so that's what we're going to be keeping it at. I did also properly get myself registered with the KingSong app, but I haven't been able to figure out how to set the tilt back at a speed any higher than 42 kilometers an hour, because I was just riding there and I was feeling a subtle tilt back as I was cruising along here at a decent clip. I had the speed warning set at 50 kilometers an hour, but I'm not sure how I adjust the tilt back setting to something higher. So I really don't want to be tipping back at 42 either. This is the first time that I've gotten out to ride since last weekend. Been a very busy week. I just never seem to get time to just. I don't know. I just never seem to have the state of mind that says, okay, well, let's go ride during the week. I don't know. It seems like I always have something else that's at the forefront of my mental checklist. So anyways, we're just riding over to the school today. Probably the middle school and the high school, just cruise around a little bit. Cindy, Katie, and Daniel and the baby are at a lawn and garden show. So that's why I'm flying solo today. And if you know me, you know that I don't mind flying solo. How many of you saw the Tesla karaoke performance last night that Cindy and I put on? That's a feature that was added with version 10 of the Tesla software, and I hadn't had a chance to try it out yet. So Cindy and I did try it out in the garage last night, and it was kind of funny. If you haven't seen the video, you might want to take 8 minutes out of your life and go check it out. It's the video prior to this one, so it's not too hard to find. Our performance was Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And someone told me that there's some hidden footage of us also doing Living on a Prayer that is tucked away in a corner somewhere. You might see it someday, who knows? I don't think I've had this 16X over here at the school yet. Have I? I don't think so. Feels good doing school type of things. You know, just kind of curving around. I haven't tried to reverse and go backwards on this yet. I guess I should, huh? All right. I can do that. Nice. I think when I had the 16X demo, I was able to reverse that pretty easily as well. With the fat tire, it makes slow maneuvering like that pretty easy. Not hard at all. You know, I've talked a few times about how the 3D store has been increasing in volume. Lots of people buying stands lately. And don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy, you know, providing the stands for the community. It's not a huge money maker. I have tons of expenses that go into it. But still, overall, makes me a few bucks, helps pay for some stuff. And yeah, overall it's been a good experience. But there have been some annoying parts of it as well. You know, running a store like that means that you have to provide customer service. And I've had some weird situations come up. Like I've had, I think twice, 2 or 3 times, I've had people tell me that despite them getting, or me receiving a confirmation that a package was delivered, that they never got it. And instead of me saying, you know, oh, too bad, so sad, I got a confirmation, it got there, I don't know what happened to it. I've replaced those stands on my dime. And I've had some issues where people have like broken parts, broken the kickstand. Once in a while, I've had a couple of people broke the stands, and yeah, it may have been from abuse or maybe doing something that they shouldn't have done. But I've always replaced it. You know, I just figure it's goodwill. It's not like it's going to kill me to do that, so I've always replaced it. But this past week, I had a run-in with someone that really left a bad taste in my mouth. This guy was from France, and he was bugging me for a long time about buying a stand. And I could tell right from the get-go that this guy was kind of, I don't know, not the type of person that I like to deal with. One of the first things he asked me was if I could give him a discount for some reason, a discount on shipping something to France. And then he didn't like what it cost to ship to France. And I'm like, well, dude, you know, I charge what I get charged. It's not like I make money on it. He didn't like that. And then he wanted me to tell him if there's going to be any additional import taxes or whatever. And again, I don't know. I know what the post office charges me to ship it to you. If there's additional charges laid out for you, that's your problem. That's not my problem. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't even want to sell anything to the guy because I could just tell he was going to be a pain in the ass. But eventually I did. He kept, you know, I kind of didn't respond to him for a little while, and then he followed up and said, hey, I really want to get, you know, 2 16X stands. And eventually I said, okay, I will, because whenever I ship overseas, I have to do some special configurations to make it work, because I don't natively allow people to buy overseas from the store. So anyways, I made the stands, told him I would send them to him, and I did. Sent them to him. He paid the $22.80 shipping, and I thought, okay, good. I'm done dealing with this guy, thank goodness, because it wasn't fun. So, I don't know, 4 or 5 days later, however long it took to get over to France, I get an email from the guy. And another thing that annoyed me is he was French, and he made no effort to send me emails in English. He would always send them to me in French, so I would have to translate them, which isn't a huge deal, but I mean, he could be the one sending me the emails in English, but no, he wouldn't do that. I always had to translate what he was saying to me, and the translation, I think, sometimes led to more frustration, more confusion, because the French to English translation, sometimes it was strange what it would come out with. But anyways, I get an email from him. Hey, and again, this is me paraphrasing the translation. He said that he got the stands, but he sent me a picture of the parts that he got, and he claimed that he didn't get any of the bolts. 2 stands, you get 8 bolts. I put them in a little plastic bag. I am 100% positive they were in the package when it was shipped over to France, but he said that they were not in there. I said, okay, well, that's really strange. And he took attitude with me. He was acting like, you know, like I was trying to shirk responsibility, you know, that they weren't in there. And I just said they weren't in there, or they were there when I shipped them. And if they're not in there now, that's kind of odd. And I asked him to send me a picture of the package, and if the package looked like it was tampered with or opened. And he never did do that. He never sent me a picture of the package. Instead, what I got shortly after the initial email was a request from PayPal for a credit, or I think it was $12, because, you know, it was missing bolts. And if it was really missing the bolts, you know, that's fine. But it just annoyed me, because based on my prior experience with the guy, I really had a suspicion that he was just dicking me around. He was saying the bolts weren't in there just to get that discount that he never got up front. You know, he gave himself a discount. So I had ideas of, you know, not responding to the PayPal request for a refund until the very last day, which was like the end of the month. But I thought better of it. You know, I said, okay, here's your $12 refund. I blocked his email address so I never have to hear from him again. And that was the end of it. So, yeah, lesson learned, just don't be a dick. I mean, just, I don't know. I've dealt with a lot of different situations, selling stuff to people, but no one struck me as being as much of a dick as this person did. So, yeah, lesson learned, don't be a dick. Yeah, this is definitely a better pressure to have this tire at. 24 PSI feels like a winner with the CX tire. I'm still debating if I want to entertain the idea of getting, I know some people have put the tire that comes on the Nikola, ironically, on the 16X, and there's been a lot of positive feedback about doing that. I don't know, I may or may not do it. This feels pretty good to me, so I don't really know that I need to. Of course, I guess the real thing is how it performs at speed, because speed wobbles are not something I want to deal with. Okay, so I got the KingSong app out. I don't have wheel log running right now, and I just want to see at what speed getting that tilt back. Of course, I'm into the wind right now. I'm gonna have to check it on the, I'm gonna have to check it going the other direction. All right, here we go. It'll be easier just to get up to speed this way. 20. 23. Not feeling it yet. I was just below 26 and I didn't feel it, so maybe I was really going fast on the road there. I'm not sure. Did not feel any tilt back there. So I have tomorrow off because of Veterans Day. So I'd like to get a decent ride in. Have to see if it's good weather for a long ride. Did I mention how beautiful the weather is right now? We actually had our first legitimate cold front. This is extremely late for this to happen. Usually by the middle of October or so, you have your first cold front come through. This morning when we got up, it was in the low 60s. It was beautiful. Right now, it's probably in the upper 70s. This is the winter weather that I came to Florida for. The only problem is we don't seem to get as much of it as we used to. But yeah, this is perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm just going up here doing a U-turn, I think, and heading back. Not a real long ride. I gotta go call the garage door place, I guess, leave a message for them, hoping that they don't, or that they work on Veterans Day. We shall see. In my last 16X video, Jimmy Chang commented, he said that I really should talk to Dunkin' Donuts about doing a sponsorship. You know, since so many of my videos include me drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee on a unicycle, which would be a pretty unique image for their marketing, I guess. Just for the hell of it, and I know it'll go nowhere, but I did post a link to one of my videos on the Dunkin' Donuts Twitter account. Did not get any response, not that I expected to get any, but yeah, I might continue to do it. Maybe I'll just keep doing it. Every video that I am drinking coffee, I'll share with them. Why not? Yep, this PSI feels very good, very good. Oh. My back is, despite the PSI feeling good, bumps like that still do a number on my back, which is super sore. It was sore all week. I was really dreading doing the tree trimming because of how bad my back was, but I just stayed pumped up on a steady stream of Advil and got through it. And it's not terrible today. Not great, but it's not terrible. All right, so on the ride back, we're gonna be going right past the county fairgrounds, which is where the lawn and garden show is, which is where Katie, Daniel, Cindy, and DJ are. So maybe they'll, whoa, maybe, got a little close to the edge of the sidewalk there. Maybe they'll see me, maybe they won't. A lot of traffic today for a Sunday. Maybe it's all going to the lawn and garden show, I don't know. Or the casino. One or the other normally. There it is. Quite well attended. I think I see the Prius right there. The silver Prius, that's their car. Used to be my car. Everybody checking out the plants and landscaping and all that fun stuff. I went there a few times. It's not bad. I'm just not looking to buy anything for the landscape right now. All right, we're back. I'm back, I should say. All right, so just a little get out and enjoy the weather kind of ride. I believe it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Maybe not quite as nice as this, but nice. So hopefully I'll get some time to get out there. I do really need to take a whack at installing my MMU upgrade on my Prusa, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes out. We'll see how that goes. I just need to find the motivation and determination to take that on, so we'll see. So that's all I have for you for now. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you might as well hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. And that's all I have. Hope you're having a great weekend. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Of course, I forgot to say that. Always like to hear your ideas and thoughts and criticisms and funny jokes and whatever else. Hope you're having a good weekend. Till next time, Duffman out. Gotta go in the back way, can't go through the garage. Front door's locked. Look at those beautiful trees. Professionally trimmed. Maybe I should get out of the computer business and just trim trees for a living. No way. Thumbnail.